Recording in progress. All right, get ready, people. Here we go. Welcome one and welcome all. If you're watching this on record, be fired up and fire the hell up and get ready for a good webinar. So if you're watching, just like the video, guys. First and foremost, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you are watching this on record, or if you are watching this on socials or anything. Like, this is a community that you do want to be around if you are a personal trainer. Also, if you're a client of ours, if you're not a client and you have any questions about what we talk about today, please drop a comment. Drop a comment. I'll personally get back to you with the answers. If you're a client, I'll be reaching out to you through our normal communicational streams. But if you're not a client, you've got questions about anything that any of these amazing successful PTs here have to ask, and you need answers, let us know. All right, we're going to welcome our new members. I'm going to get a list. I don't think it's as many as last week, but everybody wave. It's a nice community here. Everyone wave. Welcome the new members: Jack, Alex, Tanya, Alex again, Justin, Kate, and Monica. Again, guys, welcome. If you're watching this segment, you'll be in the community. Turn up to this shit, and it's not shit, it's gold. So turn up. If you're a face-to-face or an online personal trainer, you can take value away, and it's that simple. You have access to these guys. They are free. So with that being said, welcome to the community and get here. All right, get here. Guys, new announcements. First and foremost, there is a document which has been completed, which is an onboarding document. I've spoken to a few people around this onboarding doc. Hands up here if you're a PT and you onboard people to your business, and sometimes they don't respond to check-ins or they don't take advantage of all of the value that you offer. Anyone? Right, so basically that's good to see. Well, it's not good to see because your clients, they want to be taking advantage of you, but they're not. Look, we've got an onboarding doc, which is going to save you a lot of hassle, especially if you're a leverage trainer here. So if you're a trainer with trainers underneath you, which ideally is the goal for most people, so that you get your life back and you get your time back. This is going to help you minimize a lot of your stress and minimize a lot of like handling in the back ends and stuff. But it's just something that's super, super simple, can be customized for you guys to add in what you offer in terms of value. For those of you who are new and on board, because we have had a little influx of guys. Tan, great to see you. Welcome, Tanya. 2 Tanyas today. There's lots of double ups of names now. But Monica, Tanya, and Alec, for example, you guys, like the value that you should be offering will include your training, its nutrition. We do we have a document called the PT session log, which is a non-negotiable document. All of you guys will see this shortly. It's massive, basically passive accountability, which enables your guys to be kept accountable whether you guys like it or not. So there's that, weekly check-ins, access to communities and update. Like we're going to stack the value for all you newbies here. All of you guys as well. Then any of those things you're not implementing, they need to be implemented basically. And this onboarding document will allow your new clients to select what they want. So then basically, guys, if they don't want the value and then they don't get the results because they haven't taken advantage of the value, and then they want to leave, it gives you another out to go, look, as I love, Damo always says, Damo V, I'm not letting you leave because it's my fucking job not to let you leave, right? One of the best things ever said on the webinars, Damo, and it was great to catch up with you on the call yesterday as well, brother. So again, it's our job, guys, not to give up on our clients. So if they have not agreed to take advantage of everything and they're not utilizing it, you can go, look, I recommend before we give up and quit, because your excuse is not an excuse. It's a cover up for a lack of priority, right? Basically, utilize everything I'm fucking giving to you, right? So that's a new doc that's coming in. We will be discussing this in the marketing loop, but some juice for you guys that aren't working with us here and are part of this awesome community. We've got at least 4 new strategies now. So I've been really ramping this because, again, Pinnacle moves forward with the times, moves forward with the trends. A lot of new marketing, creating content on these that are going to be then ready to drag and drop into the portal for you guys, but most importantly will be discussed on the webinar next. Pretty much it for announcements, but the major announcement, guys, as we know, is that the marketing loop starts today. That comes after this. I'm not going to talk about that now. I'm excited to, but we'll talk about it in the next webinar. Today's topic, basically, guys, is getting ready and preparing yourself for growth. Right? I can't wait to discuss this one, guys. Before we do get into it, though, as always, Q&A segment. So for those of you, again, newbies here and people that haven't attended these webinars before, like every single time, there is a Q&A segment. Anything to do with anything in your business at all, questions at all about anything. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Bring them up, just come off mute, get involved, and then we'll get into the Q&A segment before transitioning into the marketing loop. Let's go. Who's first? Any questions? There's always questions.
I have a tiny question. I've just signed a couple of people on. They're a couple, but I haven't, thank you, I haven't dealt with this demographic in a long time. The guy is 170 kilos, yes, and his partner is 130.
Yes.
My question is the exercises without making them, I know obviously the dynamics of a big body, you know, you've got to sort of do certain things, but I'm just wondering if anyone has had, like, I haven't had people that big before, to be honest. So I'm just putting it out there.
I love it. I'm going to first, before Ems is going to go here, I just want to say I've had one. So from my experience, I had 160, I think was the biggest. Don't overcomplicate your programming and your delivery element. These guys, it is so easy for them to lose weight. Like I had guys like, this big guy, he would lose 4 kilos consecutively, like every 3 or 4 or 5 days, right? This is at the start of his journey. Yes, there's water and there's whatever, blah, blah, blah. But get them to come into the gym. Don't provide any elite level programming and just get them to burn calories. So I literally just get them on the treadmill and get them moving. Get them moving is my biggest advice of that. But Ems, what have you got?
Hey guys, are my headphones working today?
Good. We're good.
Yeah, sweet. So Ray, I've had quite a few bigger clients. I agree with Simon, getting them moving. I start with really simple things like your step ups, sitting down and twisting, things like that, because I don't have the best mobility. But I work a lot with them on nutrition, because nutrition is like the biggest thing that we can focus on and get them changing those habits when they can't necessarily do a workout like other people would. So just get them moving, do really basic things to start off. They're going to struggle a lot, so bigger sort of, rest periods and things like that. But really crack down on the nutrition. That's the way that I've had quite a lot of mine lose a lot of weight, and it's worked amazingly. And obviously as they lose and as they become, faster and more mobile, then you step it up and keep it going from there.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to jump in here.
You jump in.
So when you're working with bigger clients like that, just depending on how tall they are, you want to be careful of how you load the knees and the ankle joints. So if they're taller, they're obviously going to have their weight distributed a bit more evenly. But if they're 150 kilos and they're maybe 5'5" or something like that, if you're doing exercises like step ups, for instance, or like lunges, because they're so unstable, especially at the beginning, you can really cause some serious damage with that, right? So just be really wary of how you train those clients. One of the things I would always do is just use machine work and teaching someone to do a deadlift or a lunge, things that you don't have to excessively load those joints, because when they do start losing weight, then you can throw those things in. But that's probably the main concern with clients like that.
That's right.
If you can avoid that at the start, you can. And like Simon said, they lose a lot of weight really quickly. But yeah, first goal is to just try and get them moving and get them mobile. But just keep that in mind when you're doing any exercise.
I've got a suggestion.
Love that. I'm gonna just on that as well. Everyone knows I like to take the deeper sort of take of shit. When they lose weight, relay it to them and break that small step in the right direction, break that down into the grander scheme of their journey, right? A lot of people with a mindset of I'm 170 kilos, right? They're they need to lose maybe 90 kilos, right? They'll go, yeah, well, I lose 5 kilos in my first week, but I've still got fucking 75 or 85 to go. Are you kidding me? You've just lost 5. Hold the weight, get a dumbbell and just go, you've just lost that, right? Now set the goal for the next, use the PT session log, set the next goal, motivate them and get them moving forward again. Belief is everything for these clients. They're coming from dark places, right? nothing just saying that everyone who's overweight is in a dark place, but you know what I mean? Most of them are, and they're coming from a place of uncomfortableness. They're very insecure. They've taken big leaps of faith to come and actually get help, right? That's why people get this like bad phobia of gyms when they're morbidly obese, because they think people look at them and laugh at them. I fucking hate that shit. I can't stand it. It's disgusting, right? So make sure you are there, you're holding their hand, and you are there for them mentally as well as physically all the time. Glenn, did you want to say something there as well?
Yeah, look, I just use as a suggestion as well, when you're maybe going to go from the, step up in the movement, I'd probably start with the introduction of the TRX straps, just so they can use their body weight as well for the lunges and squats, just to test them out before you go into the full movement pattern.
I love it.
Just to
support, big support. Ray, does that answer your questions a bit?
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Yeah.
Can I add something?
Yes, you can.
Ray, you'd be very surprised, even just like body weight stuff. So like a lot of those type of clients, I even start them off with just like doing box squats as well, just reducing that range of motion, no lunges, because that's so much pressure on their knees. Wall sits, planks on top of their hands, not on top of their elbows, just simple stuff like that. I think you'd be very surprised with body weight stuff as well, because you think they're carrying around that whole load. That's hard. Yeah.
Simplify every movement, and just
Yeah.
motivate the hell out of them, and they'll fly. They'll be some of the best testimonials you'll ever get. And make sure you get the photos, like base level structure and system, always photos, because you're all weapon coaches here. Get it. So
I've had a few that are that sort of weight, like my heaviest one was 205.
Nice, yeah.
But they've got to have, like, he lost 90 kilos over 2 years. And we just kept it simple, kept him machine based at the start, didn't even worry about tracking calories. I said, go from a big plate to a small plate, fill that plate. If you're hungry 20 minutes later, eat something else. And we just kept things simple like that. The main thing was his mindset. Like, he broke down one day just on a machine doing shoulder presses. And he was literally lifting a 5 kilo plate, and he was struggling because it was a light weight and he was struggling with it. And I said, mate, that's going to get easier because you're going to get stronger. It's not going to beat you.
Yeah.
And then he had that little flip in his head, and I just had to work on that mainly with him. But they need to have a goal. For him, it was getting married, and he had a suit that he needed to fit into, and only went up to a 4XL, and he was an 8XL. So he had 12 months to get into that suit.
That's amazing.
He did it.
It's amazing. 90 kilo weight loss. That's dope. It's a life change. Do you know what I mean? And a great, from the business side, great testimonial for you. But all the exercise advice there, spot on, and Michael's advice there as well. Having a goal. Mentally, these guys they need you more than you think. This is where the whole personal comes into personal trainer, and it's that simple. I think that answers that one. Guys, anything else? Anyone from anything about anything?
I've got a question.
Yeah, Erin, yes. What do we got?
Hey, I just wanted to ask, what would be the main keys to retention? Because I guess I've had a couple of people lately say financial reasons, and they're kind of like, yeah, maybe it is, but maybe it's something I'm doing wrong. I don't know. So I was just wanting to find out what people would say as the main things to retain clients.
For me, results equal retention. That's everything. This morning I was creating some content for Strike, and we were doing a referral strategy content creation, and inside referral power strategy, creating that content, I did a very detailed pitch or part of it on, if you are not getting people results, they'll never refer you clients. So when you do a referral strategy and you get a lot of feedback like, I need to have some time to think about who I can refer, that means I don't want to refer you anyone, right? So for me, referrals are based on results. Retention is also built on results. Anyone else who wants to chip in with this? Zach?
As well as results, the other R word that'll get you retention is rapport. So if you've got a client who you just, maybe they're already in sort of semi-decent shape and they just want to continue that, and they just need your sort of support and guidance along the way. If you've built really good rapport with that person, they're going to refer you clients as well. Like I've literally just had it. This client of mine, she's not in bad shape, and she only trains with me once a week, but she's just referred a friend to me just because of the rapport we share.
There you go. Like rapport, results. Like, do you know what I mean? I think it's all there. Anyone else have anything else to add into that? I think it's very simple. Yes, Sham.
Community. So since I've been building a massive community base for my clients, they get to know each other, they want to stay. And then also being personally invested into them and their life. Like say if there's something going wrong, or say if they're not their usual self within their sessions, ask those deeper questions, see what's going on, build that deeper rapport with them, because then they feel like you care. And then if they're having like a negative experience, follow up on that, message them a couple of days after. Hey, how are you feeling? Have multiple touch points over the week if you're seeing them once a week. That's important to me for my clients.
Yeah. Community. Yeah. Like ask yourself these things as well, right? So while we continue to go through these points, are you building enough rapport with people in the initial stage, enough for you to onboard them as a client? And when they're a client, are you continuously building rapport? Most importantly, are you getting them results? Because if you're not, you're shit at your job. And it sounds horrible, right? But that's the truth. There's nothing else to it. We need to level up. We've got to find a way to get them the results, right? And it's that simple. A lot of the time it will be the client's fault, but we've got to take it upon us, because unfortunately, general population or whatever demographic you're coaching are going to blame the coach. Then the community, other like-minded individuals that are doing the same thing, that will help motivate them to take action so they can get results. That's another massive element of it. A lot of what we're doing with the marketing loop, right? Having the leaderboard, stuff like that. It'll initiate a lot of people to take more action than they normally would. Those three are perfect. Anyone else, Damo?
Yeah. So one thing I have just done as well is I sent all of my clients the feedback form, and I'm very regular with feedback. So I do it every like 6 months or so. And the feedback form is just to review and ask my clients, what do they think about, a various amount of things, the gym, the facilities, the coaching, messaging, the app, like all these different questions. But I think like reaching out to your clients as well and just sending out like a feedback form will also identify potentially maybe what you think you're doing good, but your clients might tell you otherwise. So it might start to show holes in your programming. So if you do have a loss of retention, so if people are leaving, you might actually realize that maybe your communication is really low. You think you're doing good, but it's really poor. So getting that direct feedback is really huge, because I know I'm always driven. I always talk to Simon about this, is I want to deliver the best PT experience possible. So I'm always seeking, I'm always implementing stuff, building communities, trying to enhance the programming, increase communication, messaging, accountability, all these things. But if I don't actually ask my clients as well, how do they perceive it? Then I might think I'm doing an amazing job, but it's not actually that good. So I actually just did a feedback form earlier this week, and I'm already getting some feedback, and I'm already seeing some things. I'm like, oh, like some of my messaging, people think I'm not getting back to them quick enough. I'm like, there's a problem, like get onto that, So that will enhance my experience with the client. It will lead to better results. And again, this will help rapport, because we all know when people come up with financial reasons, it's bullshit, right? Like it's always the first excuse. Oh, I can't afford it. Something's changed. But it's the reality is sometimes it's a hard look at yourself to go, shit, what am I not doing that well? And improve it, and you'll find retention will improve as well.
It's 100% correct. Like anyone with leveraged businesses and trainers underneath you, we always do retention quality assurance calls. So the quality assurance calls are a chance for you as the peak, the spearhead of the business, to be able to get feedback on the trainers. And like, it's obviously not anonymous, but any feedback at all. Are you happy with the training? Blah, blah, blah. Like people will give you the feedback if you ask, right? And just tell them, be open and honest, like with anything that you would improve or anything like that. Like Damo said, that's huge. Most people won't. They'll feel that they'll feel something's lacking, but they'll never confront it, right? If you feel it, it's there. It's like when we always say you can, I think that client's probably going to leave. Well, boom, 2 weeks later, they're gone. Like everyone has had those clients, right? You feel they're going to leave and then they leave. right? Chances are they're leaving because you can sense something needs to be sharpened. So make sure you sharpen it. Great way to do so, feedback forms. Do those help, Erin?
Yep,
Can I just add in as well to this one,
Yes,
brother?
I'll touch, yeah.
So what we've implemented now is that all of my guys, especially for the guys with leverage businesses, everyone is carrying around an iPad. All my guys, and essentially I'm getting them to grab 3 or so just general notes and points of conversation from each session, because now on Mondays, what I'm going through on Boxer is contacting every single client on our books, looking at those notes that they took during the session, whether it's they've got something on the next week or an event, and just say, hey mate, just checking in, how was your event, essentially? Or are we tracking on these goals? So it's basically just gives me notes to look back on, and they go, okay, obviously he's listening now. He's not even taking the session, but the trainer has gone back and relayed to me, and so I'm still invested in them.
Yeah, that's dope. That's awesome. Again, anyone with trainers underneath you, like this sort of stuff, quality assurance, especially for those of you who are trainers, is humongous. Because otherwise you have a retention. If you have a retention at a level where you're at multiple 6 figures, your drop-offs won't be a few sessions. Your drop-offs will be a few $1,000s a week. And we've seen it time and time again. We see it less and less and less because of the systems that get improved, but that's spot on target as well. Just again, and I think you guys also hold the key, right? If you feel that there's something you could be doing better, then do it, or ask, communicate, you know, with your coach and ask them, yeah, I think I can tighten this up. Me and Damo had a call yesterday, pretty much about this sort of stuff, about sharpening systems so that we can take next steps. Without that, like he's like, so I can't move forward. I can't physically move forward. My brain won't allow me to, because I feel like there's 5-10 things here that I need to sort out. Well, confront them, sort them, had a call, done, now we're moving. And it's literally that simple. Yeah, Tash as well, that feedback forms. What's this? How are they created? So you can use anything, feedback forms. Yeah, you can use a Google Forms, Jot form, you can use Cognito forms, you can use there's loads. Just put like free form creator and just send it out. If you're on your own, just do an anonymous one. So just put purely anonymous and just say, we take this seriously, on board for sharpening services. So yeah, Damo, yeah.
Like Aaron, if you want to just message me, I can share you my form if you want to have a look at it. I'll give you a good idea of some of the questions. And I just use Google Forms. Google Forms is amazing. It's really easy. So yeah, reach out and I can share you mine.
Yeah, for those of you who are
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, nice. Connect, right? That's what I'm about to say here. For those of you who are new here, so again, Monica, Alec, Tanya, connect, like you see these guys in the community, you can see the vibe here already. We're like, this is what you've come into. Connect with everyone. The support here inside and outside the community on your socials, it'll trump and boost your algorithms. People are supportive. A lot of comments, sharing back and forth. If you hear like Damo there speak about something that you'd like info on, just hit them up. Like everyone here doesn't bite. We're a very nice community. I might bite from time to time, but there we go. Like with that being said, any other questions? Hopefully that answers, Aaron. Does that give you the clarity, Aaron? Are you happy?
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Cool. All right. Anything else? No, we're good. Tom, you're looking very, very lean. I was going to say that as well. Tom, your challenge is working. Aaron.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Damo, I'll connect with you, man. If you're on Facebook, I'll add you pretty soon. So I love the idea of the feedback forms, man. And yeah, so, you know, also I've got a lot of clients with special needs. So they generally give a lot of feedback during sessions to other clients or other fellow participants, but generally don't give me feedback. So that's actually a good idea. And I want to get some feedback from them about how we can improve our services too. So shout out to you, Damo. Great work there. So I wanted to see if anyone can relate to this as well. Like, you know, I'm growing the audience on, that's my brother in the background. You know how I'm growing the audience really well on Facebook and Instagram. I get a lot of, you know, good followers, you know, for like NDIS and special needs organisations. They're bobbing up everywhere, which is great. But, you know, I got one today and following on to what you're saying about like networking and bonding and rapport and all that sort of stuff. Like these guys just messaged me out of the blue and they're saying, oh, we do this, can you refer people to us? It's like, well, it's not actually as simple as that, because I don't know who you are. Like, you're just a random person that's just bobbed out from nowhere. You haven't engaged on my personal profile. You haven't actually followed me. You haven't liked, or you haven't engaged. I don't know who the hell you are. So why would I all of a sudden go and just give you clients of mine and then you take them and go away? It's like, fuck you on about. So sorry. But it's like, you know, that's also another thing about connecting and building rapport with people and whatnot. And these guys just message me out of the blue. So it does come down to, you know, how you interact and how you build rapport and connect with people and go from there.
100%. Look, rapport, trust, likability is everything when you're networking, right? For sure. So look, dude, thank you for chipping in. Thank you. Right. I think if there's anything else quick, anyone? So
yeah, and a quick question.
Yes, Tony, let's go.
When people hit you up and they're just like, because obviously when we do the consult and then go through all the different value points and all that sort of thing that we've got, you know, they can see there's more value than just personal training sessions. But when I've had a few people recently message me again and just be like, hey, how much is it for a PT session with you guys? Do you just outright say the price, or do you just try? How do you navigate that conversation without being like, oh, it's this much, and then they're just seeing it as the value of the training session itself?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I had this conversation with someone in the UK yesterday. First and foremost, just tell them you don't offer like PT sessions, like singular sessions. It's not. It's a journey. So just highlight. Then you just, like, the journey is consistent of multiple things. So it's not just PT as well. And then give them the points. So it's accountability, check-ins, blah, 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 and then tell them the price. So just tell them the price straight away, but just tell them the range. So it ranges between, with you, it's going to be what, 65 and 200 roughly, something like that per week. So that's it. But this full transparency is required, but make sure that when you're communicating with people here, you're making the connection for them mentally, so they can understand that they're not just getting a session, and you're also giving them a brief overview of the value that you're doing, so that they can, again, it's like elaboration on points in the sales presentations, the tangible products that I've made, like new ones that are up there, we've put in, like, you've got to elaborate, like, rather than just tailored nutrition. It's tailored nutritional guidance, so you can undo all the bad habits you have with food and make nutrition the easiest part of your journey. People go, oh shit, you know what I mean? So, like, kind of elaborate a little bit, give them enough to make those connections mentally, and then tell them the price, but don't ramble, if you know what I mean. And yeah, the most important thing as well for any, again, newbies here and anyone else, like, just never offer singular sessions. The only reason why you would do that is for money. There's no other reason why you do it, because is anyone going to get like life-changing results in one session? No, you offer more than that. So don't ever just take them on for a session. You're actually doing yourself a disservice if you're doing that. So yeah. Does that help, Tane? Does it give you the answer that you're looking for, dude?
Yeah, sweet.
Okay. All right. If there's anyone urgently that wants anything quick, go for it. Otherwise, I'm ready to spit this out, and we're going to get into getting ready for growth and priming people for what's coming. Anything? 3, 2, 1. All right. Basically, getting ready for growth, guys. I've got 5 points here. This is going to pre-frame the next webinar. We're then going to close down this webinar. I'm going to go into that other link. I'm going to give people 5 minutes to jump on board. The marketing webinars as well, guys, they're probably not going to run for an hour unless we're talking about a topic where there's a lot of feedback and a lot of questions. So look, getting ready for growth, and this basically primes the next webinar. And anyone who's watching, if you want access to these webinars, again, you just contact us, reach out, don't be a ghost. We don't bite. We want more people to come into this awesome community so we can help you guys. And it's that simple. Okay. It starts off like this, guys. What fucking growth do you want? Right? I want every one of you right now just to take 10 seconds, write down the goal that you're here to achieve. And I would like you to take that time now and just write it down on your phone, mentally. I don't care. You don't have to write it down. What are you here to achieve? And this is really important that you get crystal clear. And it's that simple. As you're writing that down, just to keep you entertained, I'm creating a 5K killer club, and that's it. So every single person who's working with me, my goal for you is to get you to $5,000 weeks. No 6-figure, no fully booked. It's too easy. When you know what to do, when you've got the systems, it's too easy. It's 5K per week. That's the goal. Write that down. Right? Okay, Tarkin, what's your goal?
10K weeks, brother.
10K weeks. Awesome. What have we got? Jaden. Jaden, my man, great to see you, brother. What's your goal, brother? What's the goal for us?
To start, just to grow to that 6 figures. You know, like it's been a long road for me so far. Just starting with the little steps first.
Sick.
Start,
6 figures, fully booked, 6 figures. Well done. Awesome. And that's really important, guys, as well. Even though I'm saying, but the goal for me mentally, for all of my clients, is 5K, right? There's stages to that, right? So that's it. Who have we got here? Let's go. Anyone come off mute and tell me your goals. I want 2 more people. 2 more people. Anybody?
3. So mine is
Jack. Yes, brother.
3K in the next 3 months, and then scaling up to 5K next year.
That's what I'm talking about. Love it. Well done. One more person. Anybody?
I want to get to my 2K months again, Simon, because I've backed off on those.
Yeah.
Obviously work up to that 5K, and I want to have multiple trainers under me.
Love it. There was someone else as well there.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Nath.
Oh, Nath. There he is.
Hello, I am Nath.
Hey, hello, Nath. Hi, Nath.
Good. Hello, Simon. Being the busiest PT within Derrimut gyms and helping the most people.
That's what it's about. Me and Nath have had this goal. Tom as well. I think Tom Rose is here. I think I said before as well, random. Tom, your challenge is fucking working because you're looking lean and ream. So well done. So Tom and Tom Rose and Nathan are already, I can guarantee you, probably within the top 20 trainers in the country within Derrimut. Guaranteed. Nathan's coming for the top spot. Tom, how do you like that? It's up to you to do something about that, right? But I coach quite a few others in Derrimut, a small, let's say half a dozen others anyway. But that is the goal that I love that. And thanks for sharing that, Nath. That's really inspiring. The best and most successful trainer in his chain of gyms in the country. So that's that. Guys, basically, again, I'm going to continue here because I've got these 5 points. You've got to be clear on your goal. When you have the goal, the next step number 2 is very, very simple. It's all mindset. Like I've said, I've been doing a lot of work with people mentally. Again, my tone, my energy. I've raised my frequency the last month or so. Like when I caught up with the guys in the sunny coast, I caught up with the guys in Darwin. Like it's contagious. It is contagious. When you have a community of people like this, you guys, your community, you want to have a community of clients that are like that as well. They're wired and obsessed with getting towards their goals. When you've got that goal, you know what it is, your mindset, right? I want to, I'm willing to, I can do, and I will do, right? Write that shit down. I want you to write it down right now. I want to, I'm willing to, I can do, and I will do. It's that simple. What I want you to do, right, is then manifest that shit. I want you to manifest it. I want to, I will do, or I want to, I'm willing to, I can do, and I will do, right? That's it. There's nothing that will hold you back, guys, when you can start believing in this stuff, which is number 3. I want to talk about this for a few minutes now. Belief. Do you actually believe that you can get there? Like, if you don't, there's a problem, right? We've got to go look at the goal. You've got to reassess the goal, right? We need to get you from step 1, 2, 3, all the way to 5 here, right? If you don't get past 3, which is your belief, you're not moving anywhere anytime soon. Jack, we had an awesome, I don't know whether you got my messages, Jack, this morning, brother, but yours was absolutely phenomenal, bro. And dude, that's the shit that we want to be talking about. Basically, me and Jackie won't mind us sharing, but not the intimate details. There's a block. There's a block right now. We're happy and we're content. Jack makes over 6 figures. He's doing fine, but there's a block, right? So what we need to do is reassess how to remove the blockage. And it is that simple. There's not many coaches out there that'll work with you the way that we do individually to remove blockages so that you grow. The marketing loop, guys, is guaranteed success. It's guaranteed. It's been done for years and years and years. Me and Jude have used it personally to get to $500,000 each. But then from there, we've created lots of people to that level as well. And like hundreds of 6-figure trainers. So it works, but there will be blockages. So number 1, what's the growth? Number 2, the mindset. I want to, I'm willing to, I can do, and I will do it, right? And we're going to make it simple stuff, step by step by step. It's really not that hard, guys. But believe, do you believe? Anyone here have any like, and again, this is personal, but I'm gonna ask it. Who here struggles with a lack of belief, sometimes to do with anything and goals in mind? Now, the goals as well need to be relatable to you personally. It's not, never compare yourself to being the best trainer in the country, like Nathan. That's just his goal, right? Does anyone want to share anything? And again, for people watching on record, I want you to comment, drop comments in the bottom here. Like, do you struggle with it? I know people do. It's whether or not you want to come and talk about it. Tash, there's a hand there. Tash, talk. What do we got?
Yeah, my biggest one is probably is talking to random people.
Okay, who here struggles with that shit? Ray, you can put your hand up. I know that. There you go. Okay, this is the biggest fucking bottleneck on the fitness industry, Jude. Right, like with the floor to the man. Fuck. Right. So, right, like Dover's smiling away. We know this shit. I know you two speaking with each other, smiling away back and forth. I'm stupid. I've got eyes everywhere. All right, but look, Tash, elaborate. Let's elaborate, because you are the only one here, right?
I guess for me, being female in a very male-dominated member base is intimidating. Also, being quite short can be intimidating. But also, it's just obviously trying to break through, being able to just talk to members. A lot of our members are very sort of focused when they do train, sort of thing. A lot do the whole headphone sort of thing. They come in, they put the headphones on. I go walk around, I'll make eye contact as I clean and tidy the gym. Some will take their headphones out and whatever. But that's sort of the way I sort of communicate. It's for me to then be able to obviously get that connection with them, to be able to take their headphones off and have that conversation, or say, hey, how you doing? I sit by the member area when people come in and say, hi, how you going? Or people are leaving, hope you had a great workout, see you next time, that sort of thing. But just trying to build that, get that connection, I think is the biggest thing for me.
I think you're not the only one. This will be discussed in abundance. We probably speak about an hour just about this shit when we talk about the strategy, which we all know we're talking about here, right? So, like, look, and it's a strategy that without you won't really succeed. But if you nail it, you'll go to 6 figures straight away. Like, and it literally is that simple. And we have had that multiple times. People, one strategy, 6 figures, bomb, done. Look, this sort of stuff can be overcome if you're short. There's some other short people here, you know who you are, right? So I saw you both in person, right? 3 of you, and you're not that tall either, right? But anyway, look, guys, I'm not going to discriminate against short people, guys. It's about this. You got to raise the energy to be able to be able to communicate with those people. Again, you're not going to approach people, right? You're not approaching people that are not in your demographic of people you want to coach. So you're never going to be, you're not going to be approaching a 7-foot bodybuilder, right? If you're a 5'5" chick, do you know what I mean? But this is all mindset. It's all to do with the belief. Without this strategy, it's like you can still succeed 100%, but it helps massively. Why? We use this strategy, and again, we'll talk about these in the marketing loop webinars when we get there. This strategy we're probably going to incorporate next week, right? So, and it's going to be a brand new approach on it, that myself and Nathan have trialed. So, with that being said, look, it's about communicating in the right way with these guys. That's all it is. When you raise your belief, you raise the frequency that you vibrate on. You could put Charmaine is a prime example, right? 4'1" or something like that. No, I'm joking. But regardless of her
154 centimeters. I'm over 5 foot. Ricky always makes fun of me.
Right. So, but here's the thing: if you put Charmaine in front of a 7-foot giant, mentally she'll fucking destroy him. Simple. It's that simple. So, and that's real talk. Like, no shit. So that comes out. I bought Gary Vee tickets as well, Charmaine. I know you're going to see Gary Vee. By the way,
how good.
Yes, indeed. If anyone, you know, go see that. Jude, you want to come with us anyway?
Yeah,
Dan, come as well. But look, guys, belief and mindset is a humongous, like I said, it's part 3. Without part 3, you can't move to the next 2 steps. We're going to be talking massively about belief. For me in Voxer now, Voxer is a tool for obviously communication and tailored approach for consulting. We're doing the webinars, which are going to be doing marketing and stuff, offering a ton of value. But I need to break the beliefs of 100 people that I'm working with, roughly, right? That's what I'm here to do. I need, it's like when there's setbacks, there's caps. That's what I'm here to break down with Voxer. You need to be open, which is going to be point number 5. So without continuing, because we're on time here, which is good, I want to get to step number 4. So when you do believe, right, take that, I mean, take what Tash has said there. A lot of people obviously have resistance, but I know Tash, what you've created already, I mean, we created from 0 a freaking near 6-figure business, and we've scraped them from scratch. Like, well done. You know what I mean? Round of applause. Everyone who's created those businesses, a lot of you guys here have created these businesses from scratch. Do you believe? Well, you've fucking done it already, right? But a show of hands, do you believe that you can achieve the goals that you have with mine and Jude's guidance? That's it. If you don't, that's the problem, right? Because we've got to talk. If you don't, message us, right? It's that simple. But you do, but there's naturally going to be resistance. Point number 4, when you've got the belief and you know it's going to happen, set time aside. Set time aside. A lot of the reason why we don't have, like now, the 2 pages worth of participants and, you know, over 30 odd people on this webinar, which for us, again, I've said there should be 60 on these. There should be, right? Is because people's lack of prioritization of time. But get this, time management is critical. Otherwise, resistant tasks, so anything that provides you with resistance, will not materialize into actioned tasks because you will stay still and use the time as an excuse as to why you haven't been able to move forward and execute the resistant task. Can anyone relate to that? I've never said that out loud before to anybody, but Mike, I'm glad you put your hand up. It is the fucking truth. I don't know whether you like it or not, but that is what it is. If you're busy, right? And you don't want to be busy. I don't want to be busy. Fuck that. But what I do need to do is be productive with my time. That's the difference. You've got to be productive. But if you're busy, right, there's no way that you're ever gonna be able to start something new. Whether it's like Damo, trying to break out of these 5-10 things that we've got to do, which we did on the phone call yesterday, moving forward. Like Tash, resistance, you know, being short, which is unfortunate, lol. But you know what I'm saying, right? Try to make a new direction, getting that motivation, getting that vibe that you want to be able to go and approach people. Anything. Oh, I'm busy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of you guys here that haven't attended these webinars, right? Dust, again, I say to you, Dustin, Dustin's a leverage trainer. You wouldn't have seen his face before. I've got him here, right? We've been working with each other for a few months, hired staff member, like we're doing big things, prioritization, right? And also being busy, right? And hustling. But again, that's what I've just said, right? Being busy, right? Prioritize the time to set aside to move forward, and then utilization of the stuff that we need to get there, which obviously we're providing you. Number 5, I need you to be prepared, all right? And look, exhaustion, this is very, very good, Ems, as well. Like, I think, look, guys, there's a lot of you here right now. Obviously, I know personally, I don't need to disclose information, but you're ran into the ground. A lot of you are. There's a lot of you getting there. Anyone here that's doing 40+ sessions a week, that's the goal to chase to get you fully booked into 6-figure, multiple, or 6-figure, just over that. There's at least half a dozen of you here, because I'm not going to speak about it, right? That I could just say, like, ran into the ground, busy, right? Great, right? Money's good, cool, that's fine, that's going to come anyway. But you've got to work on you. You've got to take time for you. I give myself and Jude, ironically, he still thinks I gave it to him, but I don't know whether you can. Glandular fever is something that will fuck you up, right? Anyone heard of glandular fever before, right? I gave myself that shit through working too hard. Jude thinks I gave it to him, but he
Definitely
also
passed
worked
it on
hard.
to me.
Yeah, yes.
And
right.
ruined my
But
life.
he also
Stop kissing
worked
him, Simon.
hard, right? So it's we like to share a lot of intimate time close
We always
up.
do a goodbye kiss. That's what got us.
That's right. That's right. But we both have glandular fever, and like if you don't know what that is, it's basically it's just fucking it's burnout, right? I have to recognize your body, recognize it, right? Put in your time management, not just time to execute tasks, right? If you had glandular fever before, Tash, you have it. It doesn't leave you. It's in your blood, and that's it. So it can get triggered, right? When you get burnt out, you're screwed, and like it's good because it gives you a rest, I guess, because you have to go to bed. But like, do you know what I mean? Look, there's nothing cool about over hustle, right? There's nothing cool about that, guys. So basically, you know, you just make sure you look after yourself and always prioritize your partners as well. And this is something that we've all fucking been through. There's people here with relationship troubles and whatever. We've all been through them. Everyone's going to argue, and it's that simple. No worries, Tom, all good. Like, guys, that simple. Look after yourselves. That's the most thing. We have fun, we hustle, but look after yourselves. And number 5, be prepared to let everything go. This is really important. No worries, Zach. No worries at all. Just get your clients shifted and move them for the marketing stuff, right? Be prepared, and then we're going to jump into the marketing loop now in 2 minutes. Be prepared to let everything go. Do you know what I'm saying when I say that, guys? I'm going to tell you now, right? Like, just be prepared to let everything go, right? All of the resistance, right? All of the I can't, all of the this is all too hard. Which is natural because it fucking is. Hard work works. Nothing worth having comes easy. I think you've all heard that shit. Gary Vee will tell you about that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. We make it as easy as possible. Let everything go. Excuses are rubbish. So with that being said, what I want everyone to do now is just take 2 seconds. Go into the chat, please. Because I just want to make sure you've got this as a backup. Go into the chat. I want you to copy that Zoom link. We're going to get into the fucking marketing loop, and we're going to grow these businesses. And it is that simple, all right? Guys, while everyone here, I'll just give you a few seconds to copy that link, because it's a new link and it hasn't been done before. And I don't have like group chats and stuff because there's too many people. Just take the time to get that link. Look, if you've been watching this webinar today, take some motivation from it. A lot of these guys here are the leading force, the lead runners, the head runners in the fitness industry. Here in Australia and wherever they are in the top percentage of achievers. Anyone that does multiple 6-figure income as a PT and has staff that works for them, they are in the top 2-3%, right? Get motivated. If you've watched this video, attend the rest. And if you want access to where we're all going now, into that marketing loop, just reach out, all right? Once you've got the loop, leave. And I'm just gonna see if anyone is having any troubles, just leave now, and then I'll fire it up in a few seconds. I'll fire it up. Anyone?
Simon, in the chat in this log here?
Yeah, yes, bro. Yeah, you come at the right time, bro, because like we haven't. Yeah, in the chat here, you'll see. Scroll up. There is a big Zoom link. Copy that message. Click it, and I'm going to start it up in a second because I
can't see anything in the chat. If I scroll up, the top one that I can see is
it's in there. I've just posted it again.
Oh, perfect. Sweet. Thank you.
All right, guys. And then, yeah, that should be everything. Save that link, but we're going to look at the back end stuff, make sure everything's tight, ready for next week. But just leave when you've got it. Vanish. All right. I think everyone should be good. Leave when you've got it. Tan, do you need anything, Tan? No, you're good. Cool. Leave. Please, guys, leave when you've got it. If you need anything, let me know. But we got time. This is fine. Dan's just here for the banter. Dan's stuck around for the chats. What do you need, Dan? You need anything, bro?
1 second. I'm going to copy that now. I'll sort it out. Yep.
guys, Glyn, in the chat. Let's have a look. In the chat here in Zoom, there should be a chat box, and it's there.
Yeah, hey Simon, just having trouble to get out of this Zoom. We've closed it.
Oh, you've got the link. That's fine. I'm going to close it down.
I've got the.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'll close it down in a second. Claire, is that
I'll
you?
come out of mine.
Oh, that's all right. It's all good. Cara as well should be. I'm guessing should be okay. Hopefully feeling better, and Erin as well. All right, let's close this down.